We're here today with Wener Vogels, who's the Chief Technology Officer for Amazon.com. Welcome, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, it's great to be here in Australia.
Excellent. Well, we've just heard you talk about cloud computing here at the CeBIT conference. Could you tell me a little bit about what's in the technology stack that makes Amazon.com's web services the leader in this field?
So Amazon Web Services is what's generally called as cloud computing, which gives businesses that are small as well as large access to IT resources that are highly scalable, highly reliable, and that are accessible in an on-demand fashion and in a pay-as-you-go model. But these resources are available for everyone, so leveling the playing field for small businesses as well as large businesses. And with IT resources, I mean things like storage, servers, queuing, databases. All of these things are available as a pay-as-you-go model for everyone to use.
Now, in the definition of cloud computing, sometimes people leave out pay-as-you-go or on-demand, as you mentioned today. Mm-hmm. Do you still consider it cloud computing if it's not a utility-based pricing model or an on-demand model?
I think many of the advantages of cloud computing, so if we talk about lowering cost through either that people do not need to put up front capital or that they can reduce the operational cost, if those advantages are not there, I think it's very difficult for customers to consider that to be cloud computing, because actually I think cloud computing is defined by the advantages much less than by the technology that is underneath there. So it needs to be lowering cost. It needs to be increasing time to market and agility. It needs to be moved that you no longer have to worry about high reliability or scalability or data center contracts or multiple networks and things like that, such that you can actually focus on really delivering value for your customers. If those things are not there, I don't consider that cloud computing.
So what do you think of the term private cloud?
I think it's one of those areas where if you really look at the advantages, they're not there in the private cloud. You still hold all the capital, you still have no advantages. If you shut off a service, it's no longer running, you still incur all the cost. You still are limited in terms of capacity because you can never get the kind of size that Amazon, the economies of scale that Amazon is running at. And you're still responsible for all the high reliability, for all the scale and all these things. So in essence, your intellectual capital of your company is still going into building this hardware and software environment for yourself, while you actually could be leveraging that of somebody else's.
What about when people are trying to re-architect their internal systems such that they can burst onto a cloud like Amazon.com's web services? Mm-hmm. What kind of advice do you guys give to them about what kind of platform they should have such that they can do that?
Actually, I think many of our customers are already doing things like that, where they can seamlessly extend their data center into the cloud. And there's two models there to use. One of them is use the public cloud side of Amazon, which allows you, for example, many people run their websites there, especially large marketing campaigns. A large marketing campaign these days is, what is it? User-generated content, website, video streaming, integration into Facebook. You may need thousands of servers for that if you really become popular. And so that is one of the areas where it's easy to get started into the cloud in a simple fashion. And so we've also have customers that use what's called the Amazon Virtual Private Cloud. This allows you to build a walled garden in the cloud and make that piece of the cloud just a seamless extension of your own data center. There you can run applications, for example, that still have dependencies that sit in your own data center, like an identity service or maybe some management software that you really want to use to manage these resources. So both of them are easily accessible for any resources to use, for any developer to use at this moment.